It was supposed to be a trip to celebrate me. One last adventure before adulthood. A final summer memory, wrapped in sunshine and fireworks, before I stepped into the world as something more than a daughter, a sister, more than the invisible babysitter. But as we pulled up to the airport, suitcases rolling behind us, I saw them. My sister, her husband, and their 2 small kids, smiling, chatting, holding boarding passes. And in that instant, everything changed. You know that feeling when your stomach drops before your mind catches up? Yeah, that one. They weren't supposed to be here. This was supposed to be my graduation gift. A celebration of finishing high school, of surviving the chaos and the expectations, the late nights and the pressure. My parents had promised me that this was for me, just the 3 of us. But standing in that terminal, the lie unraveled faster than I could process it. And I knew, deep in my gut, what this really was. It wasn't a celebration. It was a setup. I was going to Disneyland to babysit again. Growing up as the youngest in the family doesn't just mean fewer responsibilities. It often means fewer boundaries, especially when your older sibling has children, adorable, loud, demanding children, and everyone starts assuming your time belongs to them. It didn't start out this way. When my sister first had kids, I thought it was sweet. I liked being the fun aunt, helping out here and there, playing peekaboo, reading books aloud in silly voices, stealing their giggles like trophies. But slowly, and then suddenly, helping turned into watching. Watching turned into managing. And managing turned into being responsible for them entirely. My sister would come visit our parents, and magically, without words, without agreement, the kids would be mine. For a night? Okay, sure. For a weekend? Exhausting, but whatever. But for an entire week? Every visit. Every single time. And when we went out as a family, to dinner, to events, to anywhere, the expectation was crystal clear. I was on kid duty. My mom needed to catch up with my sister. My dad would stay quiet. And I would chase after 2 hyper little ones while the grown-ups relaxed. No thank you. No pay. No choice. Just expectation. I learned to stop asking. And I learned, painfully, to stop expecting anything for myself. Until they promised me this summer. This trip. This one thing that was supposed to be mine. I remember asking, double-checking, before the trip. So, it's just the 3 of us going, right? Yes, they said. Just us. It's your celebration. I believed them. I packed my bag with care, folding each outfit as if they'd see me. Finally see me for who I was. Someone worth celebrating. Not just the background character in someone else's vacation slideshow, but they lied. They all lied. And when I saw my sister and her family at that airport, smiling like they had every right to be there, my heart turned to concrete. I smiled, nodded, said nothing. And while my mom and sister hugged each other and chatted excitedly, I reached into my backpack, pulled out my passport, and slid it into my sock. It felt like a betrayal. And in a way, it was. But it was also the first time I had drawn a line. We moved through the airport like a unit, a fake, glittering, hollow unit toward the international terminal. We queued. We shuffled. We moved like tourists until we reached the security checkpoint. That's when I said it. I can't find my passport. Chaos, panic, frantic searching, my mom opening bags, my sister asking if I was sure, my dad looking at me, really looking, and then quietly stepping back. They searched. I stood still. I couldn't find it, of course. We looked everywhere. Eventually, it became clear I couldn't board. I ordered an Uber, said goodbye with forced regret, waved them off, and watched their plane disappear into the sky without me. I went home, and for the first time in a long time, I exhaled. The house was quiet. Still. Mine. No screaming toddlers. No running after sippy cups or negotiating snack time like a hostage situation. No pretending I didn't mind when they left me alone for hours with kids I didn't have and didn't choose. Just silence. Peace. Freedom. I cooked what I wanted. I stayed up late, watching whatever I liked. I opened the windows and let the air in without anyone slamming the door behind me. And I breathed. But the silence didn't last. The messages started coming in. My mom and sister, furious, blasting me on social media. How hard it is to be at Disneyland with two little ones. How thoughtless it was of me to ruin their vacation. How I had caused this. How I had wrecked everything. Let's pause there. Let's sit in that for a second. They were upset because I wasn't there. To take care of their children. Not to celebrate. Not to enjoy the rides. Not to be part of the family. To serve. And when I didn't show up to serve, I became the villain. It was never about me. It never had been. My dad eventually called. And in his voice, I heard something strange. Not anger, not disappointment, understanding. I know why you did it, he said. I would have gone along with it if you just told me. It hit me in the gut. Because even the one person who seemed to get it still wished I had played the game better. Still wished I'd warned him so he didn't lose money. But how could I have told him? I didn't know until that very moment, until I saw my sister at the airport. What they'd done. What he'd allowed. He didn't warn me. They didn't give me a choice. So I made one of my own. I feel bad about the money. I do. But I've been to Disneyland before. I'll go again. On my terms. With people who see me. People who don't expect me to disappear so they can be free. Because that's what this was. They wanted freedom. And they wanted to buy it with me. I didn't let them. And now they're angry. Because they learned something uncomfortable about me. That I will no longer be invisible. I'm not a child anymore. I'm not a babysitter by default. And I'm not sorry for protecting my time, my peace, and my voice. So, am I the asshole? And now, a reflection from the AITA Story Vault. Sometimes, growing up isn't about getting older. It's about finally saying no to the roles others write for you. Especially the ones that demand your silence, your labor, and your guilt. This story isn't just about a passport, or a missed flight, or even a ruined vacation. It's about a girl on the edge of adulthood, realizing that love without respect is manipulation. That celebration without choice is servitude. That sometimes the bravest thing you can do is choose yourself. And yes, choosing yourself might make others uncomfortable, especially the ones who benefit from your compliance. But boundaries aren't betrayal, they're freedom. So now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever been cast in a role you didn't agree to? The caretaker? The peacekeeper? The one who always picks up the slack? Did you ever have your own passport moment? Drop your story in the comments. And remember, here in the vault, your voice matters. Your truth belongs. And sometimes, the only way to reclaim your story is to write your own ending.